Okay, an empirical formula is the whole number ratio of the elements in a compound. If we're given a compound or an example like this, where we've got 92.3% of one and 7.7% of the other, we assume that we have 100 grams. This means we can look at those in terms of weight. If we look at the weight ratio of carbon to hydrogen, it's going to be 92.3 grams to 7.7 grams. We can't use a weight ratio. What we need to do is divide those numbers by the relative molar masses. In the case of carbon, 12, and in the case of hydrogen, 1, and that will give us a ratio of 7.7 to 7.7, or a 1-to-1 ratio. So we can write the empirical formula for this compound as CH. This is a more complicated example. In this case we're using 3 elements, but we treat it exactly the same way. We look at the ratio of potassium to sulfur to oxygen, treating them all as from 100 grams we'd have 44.9 grams of potassium, 18.4 grams of sulfur, and 36.7 grams of oxygen. We then have to divide these by the molar mass. Right, so potassium is divided by 39.1, the sulfur is divided by 32.1, and this is divided by 16.0. And the figures we get for that are 1.14 to 0.57 to 2.29. Right, as these aren't whole number ratios or easy to ascertain, what we do is we divide each number by the lowest. So we divide each of those numbers by 0.57, which will give us the ratio of 2 to 1 to 4. Therefore our empirical formula is K2SO4.